All right, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Pow, 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 pow. All right, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. Winter is nearly here, which means we are bulking, whether that is intentional or unintentional. I'm actually cutting right now, but I figured I would try something kind of interesting. It means we're all going to be sitting inside in front of our phone, eating our meals. I figure for the next month or two, I'm going to pump out a higher frequency of videos just kind of on stuff that I want to talk about. I think it's going to kill my algo a little bit, but that's okay. I want to provide you guys, my fellow gym cells, with something to watch while you eat your meals. So let's have at it. Just two things today that I was thinking about. All right, so the first one is here at the gym here, local gym in Montana. I've had a couple of guys come up to me and ask me, they're like, Sam, I'm pretty serious about my fitness. Should I be taking a collagen supplement? You guys think, oh, collagen, I know what that is. That's that, structural protein that is kind of abundant in our body. It's used for ligaments, tendons, skin, bone, right? Kind of an integral thing. Maybe I should supplement that in my diet to make sure that I get nice, strong tendons. People keep coming to ask me, like, is it worth the money? Is it worth the money? And let me give you the breakdown as I understand it. I am certainly not a smart guy. I can just tell you how I see them and how I understand them. One, if you are a broke college kid, you're young, absolutely the fuck not. Your money should be spent on just going and getting some Whole Foods. If you got a little bit of extra money that month, you mowed some lawns, yeah, go get yourself some whey, maybe. That could be fun. But you should probably just be spending your money on vegetables, fruit, meat, rice. That should be what you're doing. Maybe some olive oil in there. You can watch the Big on a Budget YouTube video, YouTube series on here to kind of get a good idea of how some professionals, some guys who are really invested in growing muscle would go about doing that more improved if they went back to that stage in their lifting. Because most of us have been through that. The fuck no, don't get collagen. Number two, let's say you're just a guy, you got a good job, you got a little bit of spending money, and you're like, I don't want to be scammed. I don't want it to be useless, but I could. Sam, what do you think? And there's kind of two different arguments, right? The standard argument you'll hear the most often is when we ingest collagen, it's just a protein. It's broken down into its parts, which are the amino acids. Collagen is an incomplete protein, so it doesn't even work very good as a protein supplement by itself. And if we eat a diet that is rich in whole proteins, we already have plenty of those amino acids to go make collagen in our body. So we already have tons of the important amino acids by eating full spectrum amino acids like what we would get from like animal sources, for example. And so it'd say, what's the point? We already have all of them. What's the point in just getting these couple from collagen? And there's a counter argument. There's a YouTube channel. If you guys are very nerdy and into nutrition stuff, maybe into anti-aging stuff, there's a YouTube channel called Physionics. Really, really good, much smarter than me. And he explains that argument isn't quite dead and closed yet, because when we digest proteins, we don't always break them down all the way into individual amino acids. We also break them down into bi and tripeptides, so like double and triple amino acids. And there is a chance that these things can like attach to receptors and signal for an upregulation of collagen production if our body senses that we've got a lot of them. And that would explain, past just placebo, why there are a lot of people that swear collagen supplementation greatly helped with their joint issues. And so I would kind of put it as one of those things where tentatively maybe I'm very hesitant to write off that much anecdote and just tell everybody they're wrong and they're being placebos. Or it's only useful if you're eating a protein deficient diet. Just have a protein like full diet and it'll help. So I would kind of put it into three categories. If you're a broke college kid, hell no, that's a terrible use of your money. If you're a guy who's got a good job and you found that you're kind of prone to tendon issues, you kind of have some joint issues, you've got ligament issues, and you just find whether it's stress related, age related, or just genetic, a little bit of predisposition, then you want to leverage everything you can, right? That's a very much, it's like a multivitamin. You've got a little bit of spare money. It's not the most expensive thing in the world, and you would want to do it because what if it is, right? You're trying to leverage for that because that tends to be a limiter within your training. Most people are going to fall somewhere in the middle, and I would say it's not very important. If you're really trying to cross your T's and dot your I's, maybe, but it's something that I might say, give it a try and see if you anecdotally benefit if you're someone who's prone to those issues. That would be how I would navigate that if I was asked again by someone at the gym here in town. And then the second one, more on the personal level, Man, I hope Nick Walker wins an Olympia. I'm not saying he should. I'm not saying he will. I very casually follow like other strength sports. I like to know what they do better than me, and so I can learn from all of them because I think there's things to learn from every different kind of athlete and strength athlete. And so I casually keep up with bodybuilding, especially as a guy who started my lifting career. I was like 140 pounds, and I had these aspirations of being like Dan Green. And I was like, man, I'm really strong for a 140-pound guy, which is a relative statement, but I'm very strong for a 140-pound guy. If I could be big, I bet I'd be strong. So my goal, like it very quickly, it became in my head, well, I just need to get big. Let me go study the guys who have really perfected the art of getting big, learn a lot about their nutrition, learn about a lot about their training, and leveraging a lot of those strategies has allowed me to get to where I am now. Because I was already kind of neurally efficient, right? The nervous system was firing. The type, the fast twitch muscles were there. I just had to get them a lot bigger. And so that's something that I've followed for a long time. I follow a lot of bodybuilders, right? It's just something I watch while I eat some of my meals. And I really hope Nick Walker wins an Olympia. I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't like his shape. I don't like that he's pushing bodybuilding in an even unhealthier direction, which, I mean, regardless of which one of the top guys win, they're 270 pounds shredded on stage. It's not, Nick Walker isn't like uniquely unhealthy. It's not a healthy sport, right? So I'm already, whatever. I don't mind his shape, right? I kind of like the classic is for the nice look. The open is for the freak show type of dichotomy we got going on. I don't mind that either. And the reason is not because I think he should win because of his physique, even. It's just the athletes that live their sport. They are that to their core. Nick Walker is a bodybuilder to every single cell of his being. Everything he does revolves around bodybuilding. He loves every part of the process. He thinks the nuances of the sport are not just I have to do this because it's how I make my living. What a pain, but something he just finds very interesting. I don't know. That's the kind of athlete that you can see it like a very easy athlete to root for, but like Shohei Ohtani, obsessed with baseball. Athletes that are obsessed with the nuance of their sport are always the ones that I really root for. And Nick Walker is a guy that kind of hits that. I like Hadi a lot too, but Nick Walker is someone that just truly is a bodybuilder to every last cell of his being, and that's the kind of guys I root for in sport. So I figured I would mention, man, I hope that guy gets her done. I don't know if it's going to happen. I would say the trajectory has petered off big time. The top four is so hard to crack nowadays that even though he is a great bodybuilder, I don't think it's going to happen. But man, I'm just telling you guys, I hope he wins one.